Welcome to Mind Flayer. Episode 5, Reality of Clay. So, how far is this place again? And does it really have what we need to put this cult or whatever to rest? You know, bust him wide open.
Just a few minutes away. And it will help give us an edge against them. A step in the right direction.
Okay, that's great and all, but Miss Lorraine, I don't think you understand that I totally want them out of the picture. Gone. Locked up with the key thrown away. That's Rook and I's job, not inconveniencing a cult.
Then you will have to temper your ambition. This isn't going to be a normal cut and dry case. And like I said earlier, not everyone in your work's hierarchy is going to be eager to lock them up. I've been working against these people for years, undermining them from a distance. Do you realize just how abstract their work is? How deeply rooted everything they do is? Even if we wiped out every single one of them in this city, our work wouldn't be over.
So what, this is all we can do? Go wherever this altar you were talking about is so that we can make the cult do a whoopsie?
Listen. I know it is a simple identifier for you, but I wouldn't necessarily call this a cult. Or even a religion.
Then what would you? Because so far they align with just about everything that comes to mind when you think of a cult.
Maybe so. But we don't know how they really operate from the inside. Even I don't completely know. But a religion is... it's a foundational belief, driven by faith in someone or something that may not have definitive proof of existence in the way we think of it. A cult is a twist of that, where someone or a group of people leverage that for their own gain.
Okay, semantics. These people don't hit that definition then?
No. I wouldn't call this a cult. Because what they believe in is... it's terribly real. And I have the scars to prove it.
Okay. Miss Lorraine...
You can just call me Lori.
Right. Lori, you're speaking all cryptic again.
Right. Sorry, I've spent a long time alone with these thoughts. Waiting for someone like you two to come around. I suppose this makes a lot more sense to me than it would to you. However, I get the sense that you still don't quite believe me.
I can recognize that it doesn't really matter right now. But if you want to stop them all the same, and you say that what's at this altar will give us a clue on where to look next, I suppose we're on the same side.
Of course. What's here may help you both understand anyways. Speaking of which, pull over here. This is it.
The old Samson dock. This place has been out of commission for years. Nobody ever got to tearing it down. Now it's just a quick meeting spot for easy drug deals and God knows what else. What sort of altar is in there?
The kind I was brought to not too long ago. Now let's move.
Alright. Right behind you. Rook, you good to go? Good. Let's head inside and keep an eye out. I swear this woman has eyes on the back of her head, but it's better to be safe than sorry. Yeah, this place is giving me the same vibe as the warehouse. Lori? Why'd you stop? You alright?
be fine. Just a lot of bad memories here. Coming here again makes me feel a bit sick. But it must be done.
What happened here exactly?
Like I said, this place was once an altar. I was brought here to be sacrificed. Then something happened. They couldn't contain me. And in a panic, I managed to stop them. Banish some of those into another place. And they left this place soon after everything went south. But the knife is still here, in some sense.
At least we can gather some fingerprints off of it, if it should come down to it.
That won't be necessary. Should everything go as planned, we'll have what we need to end this.
What is up with this room? I can feel the static. I'm gonna shock someone if I touch them.
When I was placed upon the altar, I was to be poured full of corruption. But unlike just about everyone who was put there, somehow I managed to bend that corruption to my will, even if erratically. I sent the man who was sacrificing me and his knife to a space in between the cracks of reality. The knife still remains here, though the man who sacrificed me, this subsect's leader, moved on within that space.
Wait, the knife is here? I don't see a knife. Or an altar, for that matter.
Because I haven't pulled it back to reality yet. But I will do that now.
Oh, shit. Rook, get behind me. Lori, what are you doing?
Doing exactly what I said I was doing. Here it is. The altar is now here. And the blade.
What? No. You're playing with us.
It's spelled out rather clearly, Detective. Your partner seems to at least grasp that. But, please grab the knife for me. We'll bring it back to my shop. And there we can use it as a tether to find the man who sacrificed me. And from there, he will tell us where to end what he started.
Okay. Got it. And who is this man? What makes you think that someone who wanted to kill you would just spill the beans that easy? I've interrogated people before, and assuming that you're doing it morally, that process could take weeks or months even.
His name is Morgan. He used to be a researcher of sorts. Fell into this rabbit hole involving what he now worships. And now he's trapped. But I can force the information from his head.
You're serious? How are you able to do any of this?
I have told you again and again how. It's all a matter of you just believing me.
Alright. Let's take this back to the base then. Rook, do you want to hold it? This is all giving me a headache. Thank you.
Good. Now follow me. This was only the first step, but I promise you that if you stick with me and Don't let your own desires get in the way. This will all be done. And we can buy ourselves plenty of time before we make our next moves up against this group.
Thank you for listening. Mind Flayer was written by, edited, and recorded by myself for this channel. If you wish to see more and support me, do feel free to subscribe to the channel and check out any other content I've created. Any donations via Ko-fi are appreciated. Also consider following me on Twitter and subscribing to my Patreon. And I'd like to give a special thanks to Faye Pixel. You can find her in the description below if you wish to follow her. Now, I will be reading the names of the patrons. I'd like to give a special thanks to everyone who's been supporting me up to this point, and a thank you to the following: Thea CH, Katori Rod, Lennon Girl, Lee, Kitty243, Little T, Chicken Clendy, Sammy Samar, Alicia, Clarabelle Pagan, Aleswith, Miyu, Tricky Bunny Tail, Adler S, Cepheus, Dry is Shy, MG, Misa Siren, Emily Martinez, Deborah Bossard, Lady Greystone, Aeon Eternal, Zenevia Johnson, Happy Attraction, Silverhawk EG, Astra, Ama, Earl Grey Audios, and Marta. Thank you. Your patronage is extremely helpful and appreciated. I hope you all have a good night, and again, thank you for listening.